But what if the most well-intentioned question can actually sabotage progress and destroy therapists themselves? Therapists ask us to share our feelings, but this one phrase is secretly rewiring your brain against your will. It sounds like a harmless request, but the truth is open-ended questions can be a Trojan horse for emotional manipulation. Think about it. Every time you answer an open-ended question, you're not just sharing your feelings, you're also surrendering control of your thoughts and emotions to the person asking them. This might seem like a subtle distinction, but it's one that can have profound consequences for both you and your therapist. So what exactly happens when we're asked to share our feelings? And how does this supposedly harmless question become a threat to progress and even therapists themselves? To understand the danger, let's take a closer look at the neuroscience behind open-ended questions. When we're asked to share our feelings, our brains respond by releasing dopamine and endorphins, chemicals associated with pleasure and relaxation. This might seem like a good thing, but it's actually a red flag. When we associate answering questions with pleasure, we're more likely to become dependent on the approval of others. And that's not all. Open-ended questions can also create a culture of victimhood and self-pity, making it harder for us to take responsibility for our lives and actions. So what happens when therapists overuse open-ended questions? Do they inadvertently sabotage their own client's progress? The answer is yes, and it can have disastrous consequences for both the client and the therapist. In fact, research has shown that therapists who rely too heavily on open-ended questions are more likely to experience burnout and compassion fatigue. This is because they become trapped in a cycle of emotional labor, constantly trying to meet the needs of their clients while neglecting their own well-being. So what can therapists do instead? How can they avoid falling into this trap and create a more balanced, effective therapeutic relationship? The answer lies in adopting a more active, directive approach to therapy, one that prioritizes clear communication, boundaries, and mutual responsibility. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's actually the key to creating a safe, supportive space for clients to explore their thoughts and emotions without becoming dependent on the therapist's approval. So what can you do if you're currently in therapy with a therapist who overuses open-ended questions? Should you switch therapists or try to find ways to adapt and cope? The answer is to have an open, honest conversation with your therapist about the way they work and to advocate for changes that prioritize clear communication and mutual responsibility. Remember, therapy should be a partnership between you and your therapist, not a one-way street where you surrender control of your thoughts and emotions. By recognizing the dangers of open-ended questions and adopting a more balanced, effective therapeutic relationship, you can create lasting change and achieve real progress without sacrificing your autonomy or well-being. So don't be afraid to speak up and advocate for yourself in therapy. Your voice matters, and your mental health is worth fighting for. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or thought-provoking, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on psychology and personal growth. What do you think about the use of open-ended questions in therapy? Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below.